It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Throwing on first down. Maddox. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Hot! Hot!
Looking to throw. Maddox. It's complete to Diggs. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Hot!
From the gun, Maddox. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
Barney, Barney. Gun! 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 Hot! Hot!
Back to throw. Maddox. Eluded, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
From the end zone, Newton got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well.
He's got daylight. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Jamison Crowder, 81 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes the score 7-0. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And out now come the Vikings. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, Maddox finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Over! Detroit! Detroit! Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun, Maddox. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, Maddox escaping the pressure right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
To throw on 2nd down, Maddox. It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A gain of 32 that time. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Maddox flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19, and he will take this down to the 10-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still try to throw it, and...
Yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise him and catch him off guard. Instead, you created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run with Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Patriot! Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
This drive started with 1st and goal. Now that it's 4th and goal, anything less than a touchdown would feel like a letdown to me.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Newton on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. He was looking for Watkins that time.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st and 10, Maddox throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Maddox gets it to Strong. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Maddox. And he's able to find Diggs. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And look at this, Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Green 39! Green 39! Gone! 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 Hot! Hot!
Throwing on 1st down. Maddox. And that is incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Back to the air on 2nd down. Maddox eluding the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Green 39! Gone! 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 Gone!
Operating from the gun, Maddox. Wide open receiver, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. More from Minneapolis after this.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! 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 Detroit!
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
That's a good decision there. He was looking, and he was looking, but the coverage was excellent. Nice job to get rid of it and try and find something better on 3rd and goal. He didn't let that clock accelerate and force him into an error.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Carlson able to put this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Not that time for Watkins. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Heck of a move, but only able to work his way down near the 23. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
From the gun, Maddox. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
On 1st down, Maddox. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's McKenzie. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up
Detroit,
2nd and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. The kick by Carlson is good. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Throwing to start the drive. Maddox firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch. But you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Looking to throw. Maddox. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Gone! Detroit! Detroit!
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Barney. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw on second down. Maddox flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Gone! 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 Gone!
On fourth down, Maddox. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. So give him the first down. First and goal after a pickup of 4. And the decision to go for it pays off. Steps away to his... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
And down he'll go at the 25. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun on third down, Newton. And an alley to run. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hut! Hut!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's McKenzie. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
All right, now, Lucky 56.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too
Cam fighting, he lost the football, it's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, here's Newton. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He finds his target, it's Crowder. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A very solid gain of 27. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
From the 50, Newton. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Third and long, it's Newton. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Morgan. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Newton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. To the air again, Newton. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The stop was made by Jannard Avery. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Newton to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They start the drive with Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here. Not done in the fourth. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's Newton now on second down. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
To throw is Newton. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tavecchio good on the extra point, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Detroit! Gun! Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Maddox. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Timmy Jernigan able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Maddox finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It's a gain of 9 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Gun!
Operating from the gun, Maddox. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. To throw on 2nd down, Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Set. 180. Hey. 20.
Back to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. And now out comes Minnesota. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Gone, 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 gone.
They come out here in the eye.
Detroit. Hot. Gone, 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 gone.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now he's flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Gone, gone. Gone, 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 gone. Detroit, Detroit. Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Gone, 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 gone.
Back to throw. Maddox escaping the pressure right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, He's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Throwing on first down. Maddox. Flush to his right. Shakes off the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw. Maddox. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
From the gun, Maddox. And it's complete to Kelsey. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 1st down, Maddox. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Maddox. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gun, 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 gun.
Back to throw. Maddox. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Minnesota, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.